Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today is Tuesday, the webinar day, and most important, two things actually happening today. RBA at 2:30 p.m. in Australia time and USA presidential election at 9 p.m. Australia time. Okay, so I want to talk very briefly about Australia and you know, just try to be a little bit more in depth of what I'm thinking and what I'm looking at the moment of the market for the USA election. But before we start, guys, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up on this video and share this content with your friend. If you've not yet registered for the webinar today from 5 to 6 p.m, do it so by clicking in the description of this video. You will find the link. Click on the link and you will be redirected to the page from ACY website where you can do your registration. Now that everyone has liked the video and subscribed to the channel, let's start it. So at 2:30 p.m. today, we're going to be having RBA, Reserve Bank of Australia, deciding the interest rates. It's very, you know, unknown, very known already that we may have another pause at 4.35%. When will actually RBA reduce the rate? You know, this has been a question for since January this year, and I've been telling everyone that they won't reduce the target. They won't reduce the rates for this year, okay? Until December, I'm not expecting any reduction. We only have 2 more meetings. We have one today and we have another one next month, and this is it, all right? We won't be able to change 50 basis points, 100 basis points, as some economists, analysts around all the industries were saying. I don't believe in it, simply because inflation has been lowering, yes, but it's still very high on the core CPI. Core CPI continues to be higher, then there's no chances of we having a rate decrease. I've been watching 9 years, I've been watching 10, I've been watching 10 or 10, and they're always saying that it's going to be, you know, the 4 big banks are declining, thinking that the rates will be lower. No, the rates will continue to be stable. They won't change to higher, they won't change to lower, they will continue to maintain as it is. And this, of course, is bringing some sort of uncertainty for the Australian dollar. And we can see that the Australian dollar right now, I have the price in front of me, is trading at 0.6582 after a, you know, some period of decline from all the way up from 46.5 all the way down now to 65.82. And most likely we will continue to see the Australian dollar continue to decline all the way down to 64,540. That's my target of Australian dollar against the US dollar, of course. Now, that being said, just, you know, the rate monetary policy statement, most likely they will continue to say we are open to both sides, hike or cut. We stay vigilant about the inflation. We're looking at the inflation, the labor market, the real estate market, etc., etc. And there's no much chance to them to change something out of the actual monetary policy statement. Because if we look to the monetary policy statement since February to now, has been the exactly same thing. They changed some sentences, yes, of course they have to, you know, they can't just copy and paste, but has been meticulously pretty much same thing, okay? The message behind it has been the same thing. Now, let's talk about USA election. We have USA election geared up for starting to open the votes at 9 p.m. tonight on Australia time. And this will, of course, bring some volatility to the market. If Harris wins, we have a very weak US dollar. If Trump wins, we have a very strong US dollar. And now, there's some little teaser here I want to just mention to everyone. I was, you know, scrolling down on my X, on my Twitter, and I saw that Jeff Bezos of Amazon, you know, Big Bezos, he sold 16,354,620 shares of Amazon, okay? And that is worth $3,048,501,168 today. Yes, $3 billion. He just sold that. Does he know something we don't? That's my question. Does he know something we don't at the moment? Okay, Another thing that I want to talk and mention about it is the poly market and all of those other betting websites. They are having such a difference from last Friday to today that is, it's unbelievable. We were having Trump in front, nearly hitting 70%, and now Trump is 56% chance of win. It's nearly equal the same as Kamala Harris. So is this another way of pulling all the way up and then, pulling the market all the way up so then they can sell it on a better spot, or what are we waiting for? Okay. Now, my honest opinions is that Kamala Harris will win the elections, and this will make the US dollar very weak. I know there's all of these murmurs around that Donald Trump will be a red swamp. Big banks are talking about it, but I just believe that this is not how the society is working at the moment, and I do continue to believe that Kamala Harris will be in front. I do believe that the US dollar will weakness, until tonight, and then weakness until end of the week. So really interesting how the market is shaping the future of elections, as well as RBA, as we just talked today. But if you want to know more in depth about it, be sure to register for the webinar today from 5 to 6 p.m. I will be there explaining lots of things about, of course, the Australian RBA, the Reserve Bank of Australia, that will release at 2:30. We will have a look at that. But talking about as well opportunities that I'm looking at: euro dollar, pound dollar, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, etc., USD JPY as well. Now, if you have already subscribed to the channel, give us a thumbs up on this video and register for the webinar. Thank you so much. Trade safe, use risk management, and be ready for today from 5 to 6 p.m. on the webinar. Guys, thank you so much. Have a beautiful week ahead, and I see you tonight, or I see you in the next video. Bye-bye.